So Christopher Burton in individual silver medal position after dressage. He heads out on the course with Santano. He's the individual silver medal position holder, and he is the world #2 as well. He won Adelaide a couple of years ago at the 4-star level with T.S. Jemima, his second win there. This is Santano's first 4-star level competition, but it won Samur earlier on, this horse, in May. The Hanoverian gelding by Sandro Hit. Just 9 years old. Scored a 24.5 in dressage at the international level a couple of years ago. Berto, 37.6, a very, very strong dressage from him. And what's interesting, you know, it was a real... Here's Christopher Burton at the first water.
On paper, John, you would expect him to go all the straight ways, wouldn't you? You know, he's got the form to back it up.
He just left a shoulder there, very nearly tipped over that last log. He just wants to pick up the pace or the energy a little bit so that he's getting a clean jump.
A lot of these horses, if they have one hairy moment like he just had, they then, some of them are just starting to back off all the way around, aren't they then, thereafter? Doesn't fill them with confidence.
But this man will. This is a young horse, relatively inexperienced at the level, but Christopher is hugely experienced.
10-year-old is, you know, ready to go, isn't he? Yeah. And going a real good gallop.
I think... Yeah, we pick him up at the big Burley open ditch fence. I can try and extrapolate something for you, certainly. He left the start box at 11 minutes 40 local. It's 11:33.09 now, and he's just over his 3-minute marker, so I think he must have gone straight. But that is just putting 2 and 2 together and maybe making 6.
Well, yeah, but if anybody was going to go straight, you would expect him to be one of them, wouldn't you? Really, on form. And,
look at that. Who says this isn't an athletic Olympic sport?
Cracking picture, slow-mo picture, that, wasn't it? Because that's a very big ditch.
2 meters 40 base spread on the Burley ditch that we just saw in slow-mo. Jumps through the bamboo owl hole. Coming to this Pan Am's walls. He's claimed a couple of scalps this fence.
That was good. Lovely clean jump up there. That was brilliant, wasn't it?
Landed a tiny bit short up the steps, Christopher. Looking so competitive.
Lovely horse this, isn't it?
You just have to come off the line because you're coming on what is a long left-handed sweep, and then you just have to change the rein in the air over the first of those log piles, ride a slight right-hand curving line, change the rein in the air over the second log pile, get back on the left loop.
Beautifully balanced horse, isn't he?
Sandro Hit as well. You'd expect him to be good at dressage, good balance. He's got enough eventing performance, this particular one, to suggest that he could go all the way here. On a day such as today, Astier Nicolas's clear inside the time is going to propel him right up the order. Christopher, though, in individual second place, individual silver medal after dressage, he has to slightly protect that position. He'd love to go clear and inside the time, but he also knows he maybe can't afford to take the risk. To come home with 3.6 time penalties, that would be, you know, maybe as useful, as long as it's clear.
He's got into a lovely rhythm all the way around, hasn't he? Level rhythm, never breaking his stride.
Yeah, a couple of years ago there would have been 1 or 2 riders in a big field, maybe 4 at the most, that you go, just watch this guy, he's the best cross-country rider in the world. At this Olympics there's about 12, you'd say.
Whichever. You can actually tend to bank it a little bit, step over it, and as long as you get between the flags, that's the most important thing.
What's quite interesting up there, you'll recall the first day we walked it, his back was green and darker green, and actually they've painted some of his back a brighter yellow. Chris Burton for Australia.
This is a cracking round, isn't it?
Yeah, and Australia, you know, when we had the first team rider scores home, they had moved right up there as well in terms of team contention, and this will help. Two Southern Hemisphere riders still to come. Shane Rose in championships, never an individual medal at the Olympics and never an individual tie. The determination on Christopher Burton's face here. If the horse was lagging, Christopher had all the energy ready to impart to it to make it take the pace he needed through those jumps.
Together.
So Christopher Burton and Santano nearly home, and this is a shame, of course, for the Russians, but it's going to give us a great opportunity to have seen a lot of both Christopher Burton and William Fox-Pitt's rounds now. Let's get a clock on this one. He's over on the right-hand side. He is all about the time. Santano and Christopher Burton. He looks at his own watch. If it's beeping there, that means it's at 10 minutes. That means he's good. Over the Sambodromo. Christopher Burton is home. It is good. It's clear inside the time. We don't have the exact time on it, but we are being told it is clear inside the time.